So guys, you're welcome back once more. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to sew this Victorian corset with an asymmetric neckline and bottom line. Okay, so if you're interested in something like this, please kindly stick with me to the end of this video. And please, if you have not hit the subscribe button before in my channel, don't forget to do so. And don't forget to like and comment on this particular video as you are enjoying it. Okay guys, let's move into the video proper. So into the video proper, I've already gone ahead to get the blocks for my bodies. Okay, so because I wanted us to save time, I don't want us to delay so much in the drafting. I just want to go ahead to apply this. You can see I've equally labeled it: the chest line, the bust point, the under bust, the waist, and the hip line. Okay, so all you need to do, please take note, this is a miniature pattern. Okay, so remember to use your own measurement to draft. So now, in order to start applying, the first thing I will do is to get my bust span measurement divided by 2. And that is what I'm doing. Please take note, if you observe, you will see that this paper, I used a paper that is not unfold to draft this. That is because we are still going to be slashing the unfolded part. So there was no need of me using a paper with an unfold. You understand? So we will still go ahead and slash the unfold part. So after I apply, I get my bust span measurement divided by 2. Whatever is your own bust span measurement, divide it and apply it. The next thing you do is make sure that you extend it to your chest line. Okay, so when you extend it to your chest line, it will go a long way, okay, to help in this particular drafting, because this is more like a shoulder princess drafting. So this is actually a shoulder princess drafting. So you go ahead and apply your tightening. Normally under bust tightening is usually 2 inch or 2.5. So I'm using 2 inch on this one, 1 on both sides, and below it, that is the hip part, I'm dividing the 1 inch by 2, which is half inch. Then for the upper side, which is the bust side tightening, that is the upper bust, I'm using just I use just about 0.6. Please take note, if you are making for yours as an adult, when drafting for the bust, upper bust tightening, you can use 1 inch on both sides. Okay, then get your measurement for the under bust, whatever you use for your under bust. If it's 2 inch or 2.5 or 3 inch, you divide it by 2. And then when you come to the down part, you can always use 1 inch divided by 2, that is 0.5. Okay, so it's okay for an adult. All right, so please, that is not standard, but I'm just so that you understand that this is actually a miniature. So guys, when I'm through now, I extend this like this. You can see how this is looking already. It has this beautiful view. Now I'll go ahead and curve this a little bit inward. Please take note, it's not a must to curve this inward. It's not a must to curve it. I actually did this curving because I wanted it to have a kind of look. But when you are making a shoulder princess like this, it's not a must, so that in case you will not get confused that much. Okay, so you can maintain just making it a normal straight line, but the curve helps too. So now to get my unfold dart, I'm going to get a dart on the unfold part. On the waistline, I just moved in by 0.35. But yours as an adult, you can use 0.5. okay, so take note, I'm going to be cutting this. So as I moved in the 0.3, I connected it downwards to the hip and upwards. That becomes the dart for the unfold. Remember, I told you that we are going to be cutting out this unfold. That's why I use the paper, a paper that is not unfold, to draft. So in order for you to get a side dart, in case you want to get an extra dart for this, but I'm not going to be applying that for mine, because this work is a little bit is advanced. Actually, that means it's a bit complicated. If you are not careful, you make a lot of mistakes. So I'm not going to be applying this, but I'm showing you now how you can get the dart. So from your under bust, you can move out by 3 inch or 2 inch. 2 inch to 3 inches, okay. Okay, then you take the measurement from that point backwards, like just the way you see me place my tape rule. Then you go ahead and apply it. Then when you come down to your waist, just apply it on the upper part, the chest line and the hip line. Then when you come to your waist, you will go ahead and divide whatever you're using. Then let me say half inch divided by 2. You can use it as your dart, or you can still go ahead and do half inch on both sides. Okay, depending on how wide the dart you want. So most times a very tiny dart is okay. You don't need it to be too big. Okay, so 1/2 inch by 2 is okay. So can you see how I'm applying this now? So remember, if I'm actually going to be cutting, I'm going to take all this part out, the part you see me marking bad. So this is basically how you can actually achieve extra darts, okay, on your bodies or whatever you're drafting. Okay, so after that, the next thing we do now is to apply our measurements. So when we apply our measurements, we will take out all the excesses we have, that is all the darts we have added on the side too. So I'm applying my measurements now, as you can see, and when I finish, I'll take out everything I've used as my tightening. Okay, so take note, we are using just the tightening on the bust side and the one on the unfold, that is the one on the center front. That is what we are using. So we pick the measurements and replace it on the outside part. Okay, I hope that is clear, guys. We did not take the one on the side because we are not using it. If you are using it, we are still supposed to add extra. We add it, we'll bring it out too. So make sure that you replace every dart you took in, replace it back, so that you don't want a situation that is, you replace it first before you add your allowance. You add the seam allowance, because you don't want a situation whereby after you finish, you start lacking fabric to do your final joining and everything. So this is me replacing the dart on your fold part. So I'm replacing it like this. Okay, but normally you can take the measurement of, or you can replace everything at once with your measurements. So guys, this is basically how it looks. So after this, now we are through with this particular drafting. Now we go ahead and cut it out. Okay, I'll cut this out now. So because we are actually through with this, now we go ahead and I just want to finalize this like this. I don't want it to just look I hope you understand what I'm doing. So now I'm cutting it out, guys. So just take your time and enjoy this particular video. Okay, and don't forget to drop your comments. Okay, if you have any question, don't forget to drop it. So this is it after I finish cutting it out. Can you see how it looks? So I have a 2 sides on this now. I have 2 sides. Okay, so you can see how this is looking. Now I will go ahead to continue applying. Please take note, in order to achieve the asymmetric neckline or the bottom part, you can easily do that on your fabric. So as you have this looking like this now, you can decide to go to your fabric and cut everything out. When you cut out these particular pieces with your seam allowance, make sure that on the top part, that is the neckline part, you have enough fabric left, so you can go ahead and apply the style, and below it too, that is the bottom part. So me now, but pattern work is also very good. You can use this pattern method and also achieve it. So what I did now is I joined it with my gum. Okay, I joined it with my paper gum, and after joining it, I turned it into the back side, because I want to be able to use the neat side, a more clearer side, for you to get a better view, because we are going to be doing some markings here. So if you observe this very well, you notice because my bust is tiny, small bust and small bust band, that's why it's looking too close together. Okay, please don't mind that. Just work with your own. As yours is appearing, it will come out nice at the end. So after that, now the next thing I'll do is to apply the asymmetric neckline on the right side have the higher part, while the left side has the lower part. Then for the bottom side, the right side has I think the higher part, right? The lower part. Then okay, you can see it, guys. I almost bite my tongue. So you can see how it looks. So I'm just going to go ahead now and apply it. So the left side is lesser, the right side is higher. Please take note, if you're using pattern, make sure you have enough paper left on the top, so that you can go ahead and extend it as high as you want yours to be. So when you get to the point of the bust that you will just come out, you can come out by 1 inch on both sides of the dart. Okay, to be able, that particular one is serving as your lacing. Okay, so you can come out by 1 inch, you can come out by 0.625 on both sides. Okay, so now you can see how I'm getting the other side. This side is lesser, so That's is not as high as the other side. So you can see what I'm doing here. Just go ahead and follow what I'm doing. Make sure your lines are straight. Please don't look at what I'm doing. This my marker is really betraying me. I actually bought this marker very recent, and they made me understand that it's refill, only for me to realize that the marker hardly write. Like, you keep forcing it to write and it's not even very sharp. So I basically am not very happy with it. So you can see how I keep forcing it to write things out. So this part I marked now is serving as the lacing. If you look at it well, it's the part of the lacing. You can see how beautiful this is looking, guys. I like how this is looking. And let's pause. If you're enjoying this at this juncture, don't forget to hit the like, and if I've not subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, you know that we can see the lines from the other side, so I'll just go ahead and extend the line of the half length on this other side that doesn't have any lines reflecting. So I'm just going to extend it like this. So from there I can go ahead and apply the asymmetric on the bottom part. So from this particular part, the bottom is higher, that is not long, is the shorter part, while on this particular part the bottom is longer. So I'm coming down by 3 inches here, while the one with the shorter bottom I'm using 1.5. okay, I used 2 inches at first, but I realized is going to make it a bit long. So please take note, work with your own measurements. Now if you have used if your half length is 16, and for instance you want yours to come down, you can assume, okay, maybe if I come down by 3 inches it should be okay. Then on the longer part you can come down by 5 inches or thereabouts. Okay, so I hope you understand what I did here. The longer part you have to come down with more allowance or more space, then the shorter part you come down with short, but just make sure that it stopped at a decent place on your body. Okay, so that is it. Now go ahead now and cut it, guys. We're almost through with this tutorial. In case you don't understand anything or you still confused, don't forget to drop your comments. Okay, so you can see how I cut it out, guys. So this part now is serving as the facing. Then I'll go ahead and still cut out all the middle. This part I cut out now are the dart part, the part I closed initially. Then I went ahead to use my arrow to mark it so that I will know which one is facing which, and then equally numbered it. Okay, so guys, like I told you from the onset, this is an advanced tutorial, and if you are confused about this, just take your time, watch it over and over, you understand. So the R line, the R I'm indicating is the right side. Okay, so if you observe now, you notice that the first tightening is going to the right, then the other part, the left side, is going to be carrying the lacing. So the next thing we are going to do now, we are going to seal this middle part with our paper tape. Okay, we are sealing it because that middle part is not going to carry any stitch. Okay, it doesn't have any darts, anything, so there is no need of leaving it open. So you will seal it, in other words, to make it an unfold. Please take note, you are going to be cutting that part unfold. So at the end of the day, you are going to be joining just the part with this side and the other side that is the facing, lacing, the part with the lacing. So I hope this is clear, guys, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial so far. I hope you learned something. I just pray that you actually learned something from this, and in case you have more confusions or you have questions, don't forget to drop them, and please don't forget to like so that some other person will see this particular video. So guys, you can see I'm trying to make you understand exactly what I'm doing here. So when you stitch this particular right side together, then the other side is going to be your lacing. The mid part is going to be on fold. It doesn't have a dart. You cannot add that to the middle. You can only add it to the bust or the side. Okay, so guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. See you in my next tutorial, and bye.